So this is a honey super, and it's full of honey. And so I'm gonna cut open the honey. It's currently capped with wax. And so I'm gonna gently peel off as much as I can using my knife. This is all wax that can be saved for later. See all the honey? So there's two sides to it. Go ahead and turn it around. You can see the other side is all covered with wax. The bees cap the wax when it's ready to be stored. I can save that wax and melt it down and turn it into a usable wax. So you'll notice that there's some indented in there, and I'm going to go ahead and just break that wax seal so that I can get the honey out. I'm going to do this to all of my honey frames. And then I'm going to put it in my extractor, and I will show you that in the next phase. I just want to make sure I get all of the wax cappings off of it so that I can get all the honey out, even if it's way up inside there. I'm just going to scrape all those. And so now I'm going to put it in my honey extractor. And I can fit 3 in there. So I will show you that in a little bit. So I put 3 frames in here. That's what my extractor can hold, is 3 frames. If you look inside, I got the 3 frames. This is the bottom and this is the top of the frame. And I want to spin it this way so that the honey shoots out, because the frames, the way the honey is set up is the honeycomb is kind of going at an angle downward. So I got my 3 frames in here. Now we're going to use centrifugal force to spin it. So if you look inside, you can see all of the honey spinning out, going down the sides, and after a while, I will take them and rotate them. Yeah, probably not yet. I'll spin it for a while and then I'll rotate them so that we can get the other side as well. I'll do this a couple of times, and I'll take it. As you can see, a lot of honey has come out. And now I'm going to spin it, put it in upside down, turn it around, and we'll do it again. This uses centrifugal force to get the honey out. So, kind of like when you're on a carnival ride and they spin you around and you stick to the side of the walls. Same thing, only with my honey. So this is what the honey looks like when it's capped and in the honeycomb. And then after I extracted it in the extractor, this is now what the honeycomb looks like. And you can see there's still bits of honeycomb in there. There's a little bit of honey, but that's going to be put out in the yard, and my bees will clean that up, and that will basically be dry. So I have honey in my extractor, and I have so much honey in there right now that when I'm turning the extractor, it's actually causing my centrifugal force not to be as fast. So it's not allowing it to spin as quickly. So I have this big filter. I'm going to put this underneath with a bucket to collect. That will filter out most of the particles of wax and possibly baby bee parts in it. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to tuck this underneath. And then, now for the beauty, we shall see honey dripping out. So that will filter through there, and then I have another filter that I'll show you later on where I actually filter even more fine particles to where all we have is honey left. That's actually from between 6 and 9 frames. I still haven't finished 3 of the frames that are in here, but 6 frames. And you can hear the honey dripping through that. I'll let that filter out, and then I'll take that bucket and filter it into a finer screen. So this is the first screen that I put my honey through. All of this that you see on top, that is honeycomb, and it still has a little bit of honey in it. As you can see, it's kind of moist. And notice how big the holes are on this screen. The next screen that I put them through are going to have a lot finer holes so that the smaller particles can't make it through. And I can lift this up and show you, there's the honey. Beautiful honey. Still has some filtering to do though. So now this is the next screen. As you can see, the holes are way finer. That's going to trap a lot of those small particles, and you can pretty much see through it. It looks like a white window screen. So now, with the assistance of my son Jeffrey, we're going to open it up and let it go into the finer screen. And there goes our beautiful honey. So the last part of the honey process is the bottling process. So I'm going to open up the floodgate, and watch that beautiful honey fill up my jar. bit more.